Yo, what up my home slices, how you doing today? So what's going on? Well, here's my hero room. I'm going to use Ulqu for a little while. Cronin's okay, but I think I'm going to stick with Ulqu for a little while. And also, oh man, I clicked the wrong thing. Here's my upgrades right here. I got Rain of Fire, Archers, and a little bit of Mages. Kind of helpful. There's Urqu on Veteran mode. Yes, let's go to battle. So this one's actually a little bit tough, but we do have the Battle Mecha if we need it. I'm probably not going to use the Battle Mecha as much as you guys might think. It's really more of one of those late game towers when you get some stars for your bombard towers and stuff like that. I could switch them around, but I really don't feel like it's that much more effective than archer towers and stuff like that. So Savage Hunters and Savages coming. I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'm going to do some Necromancer tower action today. Start with the Necromancer tower. And the reason why I'm doing that, because there's no giant spiders, there's no anything else like that. So all we have to do is use a reasonable amount of archer towers along with that Necromancer tower, and that'll allow a lot of these guys that run over here, they'll turn into skeletons right around my Necromancer tower. It'll be very, very helpful. As far as Ulqu's concerned, we're going to leave him right over here, just right in the back, right next to my Necromancer tower, so he can help kill all these guys, stall all these guys, so my Necromancer tower can do a fantastic job of turning things into skeletons. That's exactly what we want to happen. So hopefully these guys will all turn into skeletons. That would be very beneficial for me. Also, I'm going to get one other archer tower right here to help turn guys into skeletons. And look at that, we got some extra skeletons to block guys, and then my archer towers right here will do a fantastic job of killing these guys. So if my skeletons die, it's not a big deal. They're just doing a little bit of stalling here, and by the time, you know what, I'll get these guys dead, guess what? I'll make more skeletons. So that's just fantastic. Look at that. These guys will turn right into skeletons, and we'll kill them all. Kill them all indeed. Anyways, Necromancer tower is reasonably strong as well. It's got a good magic attack, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And what we want to do is, you know what, we use our Rain of Fire and then send out the next wave. We want to send these out as early as possible. Early as possible, more money you'll get, better you'll be off. And Ulqu just died. Holy crap, I didn't even realize he was going to die right there. I guess these guys were actually attacking him pretty hardcore. It's not a big deal that Ulqu died. By the time we get him, by the time we'll need him, he'll be back. You know, it only takes about 20 seconds for him to come back, so that's okay. Also, what we want to do is start getting some mage towers on the bottom. So we're going to get a couple low-level mage towers right now, and eventually I'm going to get an artillery tower right over here. We're going to dig this up, get an artillery tower. The reason why we're going to get that is because the trickster guys. Trickster guys are big a-holes. We don't like dealing with them. So what you have to do is you have to move Ulqu around a little bit, get right in front of the trickster, right around, right where the bombard tower is, like a dwarf or something, and you'll just be fantastic. You'll just kill that guy right away. So what I did is I rained of fire this earth shaman right here, and hurt him quite a bit, but I didn't hurt him all the way. You know, he's not impossible to kill with the Rain of Fire. It's actually kind of easy to kill with the Rain of Fire. I just kind of missed just a tiny itty-bitty bit. And all we need to do is just wait it out. He'll die eventually, especially if I get some magic towers in his range. And I think it's about time for us to start getting some artillery towers. I definitely want to get at least one dwarf on the bottom, and I'll probably get a dwarf on the top two, but I'll have to see because they're a lot of money. They're like $1,000 plus to get a dwarf. So you do have to be kind of careful with that. You know, you can't go too crazy with those. So here's my artillery. We got that guy up. It's not going to be very helpful right now, but by the time we get to some high-level upgrades, it'll be so much more effective. So much more. You want to get those kind of early. Right when the wasps come and stuff, it really doesn't matter too much well, it kind of matters for the wasps. You don't want to get too heavy of a dwarf artillery action going and then just realize that, oh my goodness, guess what just happened? We went too hardcore on artillery, and now we can't kill any giant wasps. Anyways, there's kind of got a lot of guys built up right here, so I'm actually just going to Rain of Fire this green guy. Rain of Fire this guy right there. We're going to move Ulqu back just a little bit, allow my Necromancer tower to do the correct damage that's supposed to be doing. Also, these guys will turn into skeletons, so I'll have a nice, good, solid defense for the next round. I moved Ulqu all the way back here, and look at that, he has like 0 health. 0 health, but he didn't die. Fantastic. And now it's just about dwarf time. We're going to need about 400 plus 300, about 700 more gold. That's kind of a lot, though. It really is. For my artillery, it's not like it doesn't do anything. It does do extra damage everywhere, so that's definitely helpful. One problem with the artillery is it kind of misses a lot, and even though it says it does like 20 to 40 damage right now, that's not really completely accurate because it does like 40 damage in the center of the attack, and then it does less and less damage the farther it is away from that attack. Tells you that in the hints and the tricks and stuff like that. Anyways, there's a Witch Doctor up here, and all you have to do is, you know, you have to get a crossbow fort or something kind of strong, get a Necromancer tower and another Archer tower, all attacking them at once. The faster you kill them, the better you are off versus the Witch Doctors. As far as Rain of Fires go, you know what I can do? I can just Rain of Fire these bottom guys right here and send out the next freaking wave. Look at that, fantastic. And now it's about dwarf time. Sweet action. I could get a Battle Mecha. I could, but I think this is a better spot for a dwarf. You know, it's just a nice little circular area where all we can do is just All we have to do is get that dwarf, and it'll hurt all of the tricksters and hurt pretty much everybody all around there. And that'll be so freaking helpful. So now we have dwarf on the bottom. So now that I have a dwarf on the bottom, it's not going to be like automatic killage for every single guy over there. But I feel like now I need to get more attack towers on the top as well. I kind of spent 1,000 gold on the bottom. Let's spend some money on the top over there. Also, move Ulrich up just a little bit. Let his sand warriors stall some of these guys and hurt some of these guys over here. And now it's time. Let's got a crossbow fort over here. So we have a crossbow fort. I really don't have that many staller towers right now. You know, I have nothing over here besides my necromancer tower. So hopefully these guys will all turn into skeletons, and I'll get a bunch of blocker towers. Next wave is ready to come out. The dwarf is going to kill all these guys on the bottom. So all I have to do is just rain of fire this big group of guys right here. Move Ulrich back a little bit. And the dwarf, like I said, killed pretty much all of them. Didn't do 100% of the damage, but did a lot. And Earth Shamans and stuff are starting to get over here. So what you have to do is you have to get something to block guys around the dwarf. So what do? Well, you can use the Necromancer tower. Holy crap. So we're going to kind of hardcore Necromancer towers right now. I know it's kind of ridiculous. I want to get more upgrades on the top, but I really just can't pass up killing everybody on the bottom really, really easily and then just using my Rain of Fire on the top to kill the rest of the guys. It's a fantastic thing for you guys to use. So it's kind of like a good plan, I guess. I think. I hope you guys think so too. But anyways, you can just use a little bit of reinforcements. You need something to block these guys in front of the dwarf, and then the dwarf will do fantastic amounts of action. So there we go, Necromancer Tower. That guy's got like extreme range right there. Necromancer Tower just killed all my that Earth Shaman and killing the rest of these guys. I got some strong skeletons blocking all these guys. And then, you know what, every time those skeletons kill a guy, guess what they make? Even more skeletons. So it's just a giant skeleton built up of huge amounts of guys. We'll also get more skeletons right in the way of the dwarf. Look at this. Fantastic work right there. We're doing awesome. Anyways, next wave is just flying giant wasps. So all you have to do versus giant wasps, get some attack towers. So, you know, I want heavy dwarfs for the beginning here, and now all we have to do is get more archer towers, get more mage towers, and stuff like that. Eventually, what I'd like to do is get another artillery and get another dwarf on the top as well. That'd be extremely helpful. Extremely, extremely, extremely helpful. So, I don't think it's time to get it just yet. I have to get at least a couple crossbow forts, at least a couple of something over here, you know? Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm not too worried right now. Look at all these skeletons I got. Holy crap, that's just a bunch of them. I don't think they go away ever either. The bad thing is they don't ever heal themselves, and you can't click on them. Oh wait, I can click on them. It's called a skeleton. It's called Skeleton Knight. Or SK Knight, which I'm assuming is skeleton. And if you hear these little bumblebees doing all their sweet action over there, it's kind of funny. They just like buzz, buzz, stupid wasps. Ew. And you know what? That's also another problem. This volcano keeps killing all my skeletons. So that's kind of a problem. And here's the trickster. So this is the reason why I want to get these artillery. What you can do is try and kill as many of these guys as possible. And also you can move Ulrich around a little bit to help him attack the tricksters. If you can install those guys, they'll just be doing a good job, And what you want to do is you have him attack the other guy. You want him to attack the trickster over here. There we go. Now he's attacking the trickster. The dwarf will do a lot of action over here against this this trickster on the bottom. Obviously, it's not going to do full damage against him. Full damage is going to be tough to do. But now we have a dwarf. Oh, we don't have a dwarf over here. Some guys are almost getting through on the bottom, so I need to move this guy back. And you know what? I just need to rain of fire these guys right here. These guys are almost getting through, so we got to rain of fire them. It's also going to put a lot of residual rain of fire all over the map, which is going to be extremely helpful. Dwarf just did not do enough damage for us. So, Trickster over here is actually getting almost dead. He's almost dead already. That's awesome. But I'm going to have to wait it out. Okay, here we go. Dwarf action. So now we got 2 dwarfs. It's going to be so helpful. So freaking helpful versus these guys. And also, you know what? These guys that are dying in the Necromancer Tower's range, guess what happens? They turn into skeletons instead of getting revived. So that's kind of awesome, too. So that kind of helps keep that Trickster at bay. Now, that was the first wave that I did not send out early. Yes, indeedy. Also, what you can do is, a lot of people don't really know about this, and also a lot of people don't really understand it completely, but what you can do is you can get one of these Tomahawk Axe Thrower guys, and then any of those green shamans, blue shamans, or sometimes the tricksters, it makes it so they can't really do what they're supposed to be doing. It stops all of their special things that they get. As far as these guys on the bottom, I think what I need to do is get this Furnace Blast. 1 Furnace Blast on each one of those guys is going to be so freaking helpful. But also, if you're noticing, these Poker Riders are kind of getting far. So that kind of scares me just a little bit. It does indeed scare me a little bit. The Trickster has a lot of life over here, so that's not fantastic either. I want my Dwarf to do more damage down here. So Furnace Blast. Furnace Blasts aren't amazing, but they are very, very helpful in doing some extra damage to guys over like a little bit of time. And because I have so many skeletons, I can block these guys and get my Dwarf doing even more damage. So let's get even another Furnace Blast. Why not? You guys haven't even seen a Furnace Blast yet, have you? It does like 200 damage over a couple seconds. Increases burn damage to 200 over 4 seconds. Doesn't use it all the time, but 200 damage is indeed a lot of damage, guys. It really is. So, Trickster is doing lots of damage to those guys. You know what? I'm just going to send out the next wave. You know what? Let's Rain of Fire these guys, and then we'll send out the next wave. It's just Poker Riders in the bottom, so what I need to do is, you know, I'm kind of worried about these guys in the bottom, so I need to do something about those. I'm going really high artillery on the bottom here, so I need to do something else. And you know what? I think Arch Towers is exactly what I need to do. Now, I don't have any artillery or anything like that. Or, excuse me, I don't have any, what was I thinking? Yeah, I said I don't even have any, like, Archer Towers on the bottom here right now. So I have to get some of these guys versus these Poker Riders. So we're doing okay. I don't have any magic on the top, though. So, some of those blue guys are not that hard to kill, but, eh. Necromancer Tower, no! Necromancer Tower, yeah! Necromancer Tower, do your job. Anyways, we've got our Rain of Fire back, so let's use our Rain of Fire right on these Tricksters, right on all these guys right here. All these guys bundled up. Oh man, one of those Poker Riders just actually ran right through. So we need to get our Necromancer Towers attacking just a little bit to get some more upgrades on the bottom here. So look at these guys. These guys are getting kind of far. As soon as I get that crossbow fort up, though, I was actually doing a fantastic job versus these guys. Third tier Mage Tower is definitely effective, so get some of those guys. They're going to help a lot versus these Poker Riders and stuff. And more Tricksters. So we have even more Tricksters over here. I think it's about time to get some Furnace Blasts on the top as well. So let's get a Furnace Blast right here. It's going to help out a lot, doing some extra damage versus these Tricksters and everything. And let's use Ulrich on the Trickster over here. Skeletons are indeed helping out a lot, but you know, we just don't have enough damage on these guys just yet. So next wave time, send these guys out. Now there's Gorillons coming out. So guess what? Our giant earthquake and stuff like that is not going to do as much damage versus the Gorillons. You really have to try do stuff just a little bit differently over here. Look at that, 2,800 health. So look, that our earthquake tower is going to do a little bit of damage, but overall not as much as you might want. So I'm going to use Ulrich to help stall this Gorillon. And then also, instead of actually letting these guys all run right through my defense, I'm just going to use the artillery or the Rain of Fire right a freaking way. I want to use it right away in these guys and stall the Trickster right on top of that Rain of Fire, and guess what? They all did die. The Gorillon coming on the bottom here, we were able to kill him because we got these Archer Towers and stuff as well, but now we have a ton of money, so what are we going to buy? Crossbow fort over here, we'll get a barrage over here, we'll move Ulrich back just in case any of these guys actually start getting through. They're really not getting very far at all, but you know what, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You never know if a few of these guys are gonna start getting through, you know, especially with my crossbow forts and all this Necromancer Towers and stuff like that. Can usually pretty easily stall them, but you never know when, you know what, they're gonna Trickster and explode some guys right there, you know? Get some guys going right through your defense and just get revived, then revived again, and revived again. It's just upsetting and very sad. So we got a Gorillon over here. He's almost getting through. He has quite a bit of health as well. He's almost 700 health still. So we have to stall him just a little bit with Ulrich, and we should be okay. So actually, Gorillons all over the place. And Witch Doctors, too. So Witch Doctors are healing the Gorillons. That's not good. Not good at all. And, they'll die. They'll die. Got the Necromancer Tower up. You know, there's kind of just a big bundle of them. It's kind of the problem. But everyone we kill, we get a knight over here, so we can just wait for the next wave to come out, and there we go. Now, we did lose a life versus one of those Poker Riders, so if you want to get just a little bit more Archer Towers on the bottom or something like that, just a little bit earlier than what I did, probably a little better off, to be completely honest with you. I'm just kind of playing this, one of my first times playing this level, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see what's going on. But now here's just a flying level, and you know what happens versus flying levels? Absolutely nothing. No problems at all versus the flying levels, even with all my artillery and stuff like that. Queen Bees, even though Queen Bees seem kind of tough and they seem very difficult to beat, they're really not. And now it's time. We can get some of these upgrades right here, and that'll help a lot versus the Tricksters, the Green Shamans, the Blue Shamans, especially when big bundles of them come. This Totem of Spirits, not a lot of people really know how to use it very well, but all you want to do is use them Totem of Spirits versus these savages, these special savages. And it basically hinders them. Basically doesn't allow them to get their special bonus that they might have otherwise. Just a bunch of flying guys coming on the bottom. This guy should die pretty easily. Also what they do is they're just throwing spears at my skeletons right now. Now I do have Furnace Blast all the way up on all three of my Guys, I could get this core drill. Sends out automated mining drill towards an enemy, reducing it to amount of gibs. That would be kind of nice, but I don't think I really want to do that just yet, because you know it's going to affect a lot of the really weak guys, and I don't really want to affect a lot of the weak guys. So Poker Riders, Savages, and Trickster. Just one Trickster, so on the top we should actually be totally fine. We should be. That's the key word right there, should be. Also, what I want to do is just help stall a little bit. I'll get this guy right here, this Dark Knight. Dark Death Knight guy. What's he called? Called a Death Knight. Death Knight, excuse me. So, anyways, Gorillons on the bottom. You know, I am slightly worried about some of these Gorillons on the bottom, so I'd like to get something else over here. I'll get some Mage Towers. Let's get some just 3rd tier Mage Towers up here. Do some damage versus pretty much everybody. I'm going to hold off my Rain of Fire for right now, at least. Wait till they get a little bit further, because you know what, my Earthquake Tower should do a lot of damage versus a lot of these Tricksters and pretty much everybody all around the place. At least that's the hope. That is indeed the hope. And look at these Poker Riders almost getting through. We definitely need our Necromancer Tower to pick up the pace right here. Pick up the pace against these guys. You know what? It's time. We got to use our Rain of Fire, because guess what? Otherwise, these Poker Riders are just going to run right through my entire thing. There's 3 of them all in one spot. You definitely have to use my skeletons to stall, and then afterwards, guess what happens to them? They just turn into these birds, and then they start trying to run through your defense, and luckily enough, I have a lot of extra gold, so you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm just actually going to get another... I'm going to get an Archmage over here, an Archmage over here, and another Archmage over here as well. And hopefully our Earthquake Tower is going to do enough damage to all these guys, all these Tricksters and other guys as well. Set 20 enemies on fire at the same time. Kind of ridiculous, but it's a nice achievement as well. Use the reinforcements on the Trickster, and we'll hopefully kill both of them with this next Earthquake Tower attack. And there we go. 1 Trickster's down, and 2 Tricksters are... down. So 2 Tricksters are down. Awesome. Fantastic. So now there's just more Gorillons coming out. Who cares about Gorillons? Screw them. We just need some more stronger attack towers. And now here we go. Here's where the Shamans are all really, really strong. And they use their bonuses on each other. So what you have to do is you definitely have to get this totem of... whatever heck this totem thing is on the right side. The totem of, I don't remember, spirituality or whatever. And then also a totem of weakness can be helpful as well. It makes it do 40% damage. Every single tower does 40% more damage after they run into that little totem thing. So, or it makes every guy 40% weaker. So, helpful, helpful indeed. And look at all these Poker Riders. So instead of actually letting all these Poker Riders get through, I have to use my Rain of Fire right over here. It'll kill all of these guys, hopefully. I'll just stall my Trickster, and guess what? My Rain of Fire is almost completely ineffective. That was just kind of a bad move by me. So what I can do is... I think it's about time for another Mage Tower. Let's get another Mage Tower over here. Well, let's just get another Necromancer Tower there. Does extra damage, and it's every single guy that dies within its range. You know what they turn into? Skeletons. Awesome. So look at all that. I got a bunch of extra skeletons right there, and that'll stall the guys right in front of my artillery, and they will all die. So this is the last wave. I didn't even check what's coming out, but you know what? I'm not even that worried. I'm really not. All my upgrades are going to go to building all of the rest of the towers that I can fit. For example, right here. Build some Mage Towers and stuff like that. I think my Earthquake Towers are just going to do all the damage. I'm going to wait until guys get past my Earthquake Tower. If any guys get over there, then I'll start using my Rain of Fire. Then I'll start using stuff. And you know what? Always got these barrages over here. And always you got this Pestilence upgrade as well. Pestilence can be used very effectively, especially with big grouped amount of guys. And you know what? If big grouped Trickster revived guys do come around, this Pestilence should take care of them. So there we go. Earthquake Tower. I really wish that I got gold every time I killed one of these guys. Sadly enough, you don't. But all the guys that get revived by the Trickster, you don't get extra gold for them. Also, we just got another one. We got Coal of the Week. I don't even know what that was. I think it was just kill the same guy like 5 times or something. That's probably what it is. And, you know, let's just use our gold just a little bit over here. Gorillons, super weak. They're not getting far at all. Crossbow forts like crazy. A little bit of Earthquake Towers. And there we go. That's pretty much the end of the game for you guys. Hopefully it helped out a little bit. You know, even if you get 2 stars, that'll be probably good enough for you if you want to beat it. That's fine. 3 stars, it's not quite as easy to get. You definitely have to be pretty darn good at this game to start getting 3 stars. And if you know what, if you can't beat these levels, go back and start from the beginning and start trying out new strategies. You never know when new strategies are going to be extremely, extremely effective and help you out a bunch. I have a bunch of gold to spend here. So let's actually get this thing. It's called Critical Mass. And what that does is... it sends out like a big explosion wave of magic damage against these guys. So it's going to do a lot of extra damage in like grouped damage, like an artillery tower. So that helps out a lot versus grouped guys, which guess what I'm facing right now? A bunch of grouped guys. Also the Pestilence grouped guys. So we should be doing okay here. Now there is some guys almost getting through over here. So you know what? I'll just use my Rain of Fire on these last few guys right here. Just use it. And there's one last Trickster that went down right there. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, please press like. I definitely appreciate when people press like on my videos. If you haven't subbed yet, go ahead and do that. Thanks for watching so much, and have a great day.